Welcome back, everyone. Power struggles with our kids are part of them reaching for independence. Now, that is a good thing. The bad part, power struggles can cause distance and hostility between the parent and the child. If it sounds like something is happening in your home, you're in luck. We brought in Belinda Palacios, our parenting contributor, joins us today with ways to avoid that power struggle. But it's normal. It
is. You know, kids are going to go through this, and at different levels they go through it in different ways. And so, but kids, you know, are going to buck the system, so to speak. They're not going to want to do everything that's asked of them. And there will be times when parents, you know, pick up that rope, so to speak, that they get right into it because of whatever reason. It could be that there's not time to deal, they feel like they have time to deal with it, that they're tired, that, you know, this has been the ongoing argument for, you know, the last several days, whatever the reason. But it's really important to kind of back up from that and not dive in to just trying to debate kids.
Yeah, and create those safe learning environments for everybody. So, okay, let's get to ways to avoid becoming entangled in those power struggles. I guess number one is kind of have a game plan, right?
Yeah, you know, you really need to, first of all, expect it. It's going to happen at all ages, you know, regardless of, you know, how the kids, who they are and how they're raised. It's going to happen. It's part of them coming into their own and figuring out who they are. And so finding a game plan on how you're going to address this in a calm, nurturing, and, you know, in a respectful way is what's going to be important.
And also get kids involved in getting those routines and those responsibilities.
When kids are involved in creating some of the responsibilities and what the family needs to move forward and to kind of function, when they are involved in it, they take ownership in it.
It's important to ask questions, but how do we know which one, the right ones to ask?
You know, asking questions for those kids is very important when you're when they're saying, no, I don't want to do that. And then, you know, for your younger kids, if they're not wanting to say sit down at the dinner table, say, well, how are we going to have dinner all together if you don't want to sit down at the dinner table? And so really focusing some questions on what would happen if this didn't occur the way I'm asking you to do it.
And let them be part of the solution too, right?
Yes, and to really kind of sit down and think through some things, because kids have an inclination to sometimes just not want to, you know, because it's going to take time out of something that they want to do, or they feel that it's not worth their time, or that it's, you know, for lack of a better phrase, that it's dumb, you know, all of that. But really helping them to you know, to sit down and brainstorm how this could really work for everybody.
And you can do that through reflective listening too, right?
You can. And if parents, you know, kids can come up with all kinds of excuses.
And we know it's like, this is not going to work, but it's still important to listen, hear it out.
It is. And when you listen to your kids, that goes a long way with them. And so instead of just trying to get in there and debate it or argue it. And so really helping, you know, listening and saying, look, I hear your side of it. This is what I'm hearing, but this is my side of it, and this is why I feel it's real important.
I'm going to hit our final 3 points because I want to get to the parenting. Give them choices, do things with them, and use a sense of humor. With all that said, get us to our parenting challenge. What do you have?
You know, when kids start having those power struggles, parents step back and take a breath. Don't just dive right into an immediate type of debate or argument with them. And then you can start really thinking about the game plan and how you want to move forward.
All right, that's perfect. Belinda, thank you for coming in.
You're welcome.
Coming up, we're going to be talking about holiday shopping, but more importantly, how you can save big for the big day.